Laya Healthcare, looking after you always. Proud sponsors of Real Health with Karl Henry.
Folks, welcome to Real Health with me, Karl Henry, in association with Laya Healthcare. On this week's episode, it's one of our shortest episodes ever, just 10 minutes with 10 simple swaps to transform your health. 10 really simple ways that will make a huge difference to your health, to your sleep, to your energy, and to your life overall. So grab your pen and grab your paper, and we're going to get cracking and get through them. My first really simple swap is TV for sleep. So many people watch TV far too late at night, far too close to bed. The light from the television or the iPad or the screen will affect how you sleep. You do need that 8 hours a night there or thereabouts, depending on each person. So putting a sleep routine is important. Having a tech-free bedroom is crucial, and a dark space. Prioritize your sleep over the course of the next 7 days and watch what a difference it makes to your health, because it'll absolutely change everything that you do. Sleep is the key pillar that health is based on. If you've listened to the podcast before, you'll know how important sleep is. So for the 10 simple swaps, the very first one, swap TV for that extra little bit of sleep and make it a priority in your health. The second one is walking or cardiovascular for resistance training. Loads of people around the country do cardiovascular exercise, walking, cycling, running, swimming, whatever. It's easy, it's fun, and it's free generally and very simple to do. But as you get older, you lose muscle and you gain fat. So resistance exercise is crucial for healthy aging, for healthy bones, healthy joints, and pretty much everything to do with health. Resistance is any form of body weight training, a press up, a squat, even standing up can be resistance training. If you're unsure what to do, have a look at the Operation Transformation website. I've built all the plans there over the course of the last 13 years, and it's free and accessible, and it's a really simple way to start. Obviously, gym work is resistance, or personal trainers will do resistance work with you as well. A lot of people are unsure, hence such a low uptake of resistance training, but it's the one key thing we need as we get that little bit older. Keep your cardiovascular training in there as well, but do get some resistance training in every single week and make that swap to make it happen. My third very simple one is from bland to colorful when it comes to food. Bland foods, well, they're low in nutrients generally, low in vitamins and low in minerals. Having colorful foods on your plate is so important and so much healthier for you. Every single meal that you have aims to have some form of color. So the obvious one is from white to brown in terms of pasta, in terms of rice, in terms of bread, rolls, wraps. The brown or whole grain varieties are so much healthier and so much better for you as well. For every single meal that you have, half the plate should be salad or vegetables. So have your protein source, have half the plate salad and veg, and then the carbohydrate source in the corner as well. Get as much colorful foods into your diet, great for your gut health. We know that from Paul and me a couple of episodes ago, and any dietitian that we have on will always tell us that a very colorful diet is really important for gut health and very important overall. Okay, number 4, stop waiting and start embracing and enjoying life. One of the key things COVID has taught us is that life is short and life is precious. So stop waiting for that to happen and wasting time, and start embracing life and start enjoying life. One of the key things there is wanting things or being envious of things that other people have. It's a really simple swap. If you can swap that envy, that want, that jealousy out for enjoyment, embracing, and happiness and contentment, it'll make a huge difference in terms of how you view life and the enjoyment that you have within it. I'm not saying wanting stuff is bad. I like material things just like anybody else. And I use them for goals in terms of work when I work hard. But over the course of COVID, I've definitely reassessed how I see things. And making purchases is very, very different now. Ask myself, do I really need it or do I just really want it? And what's the difference between the two? Being jealous of what somebody else has is bad for your mental health, and it can be bad for your physical health as a byproduct of that. So just be happy with what you have. Be thankful that you're safe and those around you are safe and healthy as well. Tip number 5 and swap number 5 is swap chaos for organization. If you listen to the show on a regular basis, you do know I love a good spreadsheet and I love organization and structure. It's really, really important for health. If your car is chaotic, if your bedroom, your house is messy and full of chaos, it's very difficult to be healthy in that environment. One of the key things for health that people miss so often is structure. Assessing your week, stepping back from the week on a Sunday, mapping your week out in terms of food, in terms of exercise, in terms of structuring things in and placing them in a diary to have some organization on how that week looks. Following that structure makes health a huge amount easier. For example, if you're aiming to get healthy this week, that's very broad. You're not placing that structure anywhere. Chances are it's not going to happen. Where if you tie it down, doing your food shop, exercising more, when you're going to exercise, who you're going to exercise with, you have structure, and that structure makes it so much easier to do. Again, have a look around you. Look at your house, look at your car, look at your bag. If it's messy, if it's chaotic, that's just stress you do not need in your life. So hopefully after this episode, spend a little bit of time putting some structure and some organization, getting that big spring clean done in terms of your clothes, in terms of your house, everything. Big spring clean is really, really important. It's a fresh start and a new start, but it's an organized start, and that's really important too. So number 6 is drifting for goals. So if you're drifting along through life when it comes to health, well, nothing's really going to change and nothing's really going to happen. It might be a half-arsed attempt to get healthy, but it's not really going to work. Having goals and specific goals, well, that's crucial. If I've learned anything over the last 20 years when it comes to health, its goals are important. I've used them myself. There are times in life when I haven't had goals in terms of fitness, in terms of health, and guess what? My health goes by the wayside. I gain weight, I become more unhealthy. When I have specific goals to work towards, well, I apply them and I hit them. So for me, that might be running a marathon or doing a long distance cycle race or just eating healthy over the course of the week, trying some new recipes, getting the big food shop done. There are specific targets and specific goals. If I was to give you a blank sheet of paper, what's your top goal? What would you love to have? That's the one to start with. And just work your way back how to make that happen. If you want to run a marathon, I can help you do that in 16 weeks. It's a goal, it's a target. We work back over the course of 16 weeks. We take each week as it comes and each session as it comes. And that's what's going to get us to that marathon point. Simple, set your goal and work back. And it makes a huge, huge difference. Okay, tip number 7 is about stopping texting for talk. COVID has taught us a huge amount around the power of seeing people and talking to people. Maybe you haven't seen family for a long time. You've seen how much you missed that, or you're on the virtual aspect of FaceTime or Zoom and chatting to people that way. One goal I would give you over the course of this week is to text a little bit less. Pick up the phone, ring people, talk to people, meet them for a socially distant coffee or a socially distant walk. But actual, that physical contact, that physical interaction, or even the verbal interaction on the phone will make a huge difference to that conversation. Texting just doesn't have the same power or the same benefits, and it's very simple swap, but it makes a big difference because you never know what comes up in those conversations that you just won't get from a text message. Simple swap with a big difference. Swap number 8 is weight loss for fat loss. When you're losing weight, and if weight loss is one of the things you want to do, we want to ensure that you lose fat, not muscle. Muscle is important and keeps you healthy. As you get older, you lose it naturally. Restrictive diets sometimes will help you to lose muscle, which is not what you want to do. So if weight loss is one of your things, get a really good scales that will measure muscle and fat. Measure each week, same time, same day. You want to ensure that you're losing fat as opposed to muscle over the course of that weight loss. If you are losing muscle, talk to a dietitian, talk to a personal trainer, and they'll adjust your dietary intake to ensure you have enough protein going in to hold on to that muscle and you train the right way. Fat loss is what you want to lose because it's important. We don't need the quantity of fat that we have. By getting your fat down and keeping your muscle, that's the key optimal form of health. That's what you're really, really looking for. And it's really, really important too. Do have a look at my Q&A sessions on Instagram every weekend. There's loads of questions people put in around that. And I always have the answers there. So if you are struggling with advice or what to do or how to do it, jump onto my Instagram account at KarlHenryPT and you'll see everything there. Okay, so number 9, negative people to positive people. Again, if you listen to the show, this is one of my favorite ones. You want to be around positive people. They make you feel good. They make you feel happy. They make you strive to be healthier and better. If you're around negative people who will pull you down, well, that's just going to be not very good for your mental or your physical health. Now, it's very easy for me to say, take the negative people out of your life. It might be a little bit more difficult to do, but it is really, really important. Something I've stuck to over the course of the last 20 years. I've surrounded myself with people who empower me, who push me to be better in terms of fitness, in terms of business, in terms of absolutely everything. And that network is really, really, really important. Have a look at those around you. Are they negative? Are they positive? And hang around with positive people. And that goes for health as well. If you want to be healthier, hang around with those that are healthier. If your friends spend every single weekend in the pub, well, you're going to spend it in the pub. If they go out hiking, cycling, paddleboarding, surfing, whatever, healthy stuff, well, that's what you're going to do. A direct network is really, really important. So don't be afraid to assess it and have a look at it. The final swap, very simple. Things you hate, for the things that you love. No matter what it is, if you hate it, it's not going to last. No matter how motivated you are, focused you are, it doesn't last in the long term. Surround yourself with things that you love in terms of exercise, in terms of obviously people, but in exercise particularly, and health particularly, the right kind of food that you like to eat, the right kind of exercise that you like to do the things that you love. It's really, really, really important. Okay, folks, 10 minutes, 10 simple swaps. I guarantee you this. Try any of those swaps over the course of the next 7 days. Your health will improve, unquestioned. It'll make a big difference. One of those alone will make a big difference. Put 2, 3, 4, or 5 together, or even all 10 if you're super motivated, and that'll make a huge difference too. Folks, that's it for another episode of Real Health with me, Karl Henry, in association with Laya Healthcare. As ever, you know where we are on Twitter and on Instagram at KarlHenryPT, and we're now on YouTube as well. Just search Karl Henry in YouTube, and it'll bring you to the show page where we have every single episode in full video for you to watch. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you soon.
Laya Healthcare, looking after you always. Proud sponsors of Real Health with Karl Henry.